Here's one giant glass jar. Put 8 people inside it and sealed it off almost completely. Almost no outside air gets in. But after a while, the oxygen inside started disappearing. They'd planted tons of plants. So why? This actually happened. It's called Biosphere 2. 1991, the Arizona desert. A whole copy of planet Earth. That's why it's number 2. The real Earth is number 1. The goal was simple. Inside a sealed space, could people grow food and breathe on their own? To someday live on Mars, this was a problem worth solving. The government didn't build it. One billionaire paid for it himself. Around $200 million, about the size of 2 football fields, with a staggering 6,500 glass panes. Inside, they packed a tiny world: a rainforest, a real saltwater ocean, a mangrove swamp, a wide grassland, and even a foggy desert. About 3,800 species were brought in. On one side, farmland to grow food, on the other, a place to live. There was a clever trick too. By day, hot air expands, right? The glass could shatter. So they built giant lungs, rubber domes that puffed up like breathing and shrank to absorb the pressure. September 26th, 1991. 8 people walked inside and the door sealed shut. The term a full 2 years. Now they had to grow everything themselves. At first, everyone smiled, but problems hit fast. First, they were starving. The crops did worse than expected. Everyone lost weight fast, on average, 15% of their body weight. Second, the insects went strange. The bees meant to pollinate almost all died off. Instead, cockroaches and ants swarmed everywhere. Third, the trees kept toppling over. Inside, there was no wind. Trees that never felt wind couldn't hold their own weight and bent. And the scariest thing was the people. The 8 split into 2 camps. Once close friends became enemies who wouldn't even speak. But the real mystery was something else. The oxygen kept dropping from 21% down to 14.5%, like the top of a 4,000-meter mountain. They gasped for air and slept badly. But isn't that strange? When oxygen drops, usually carbon dioxide should rise. But it didn't. Where did all that carbon go? Scientists went hunting. There were 2 culprits. First, microbes in the soil. In soil packed with organic matter, microbes devoured the oxygen. Second, the concrete walls. The curing concrete soaked up the carbon dioxide. So the carbon vanished without a trace. The concrete locked away only the CO2. In the end, they gave up. They pumped in oxygen from outside. Perfect self sufficiency had basically failed. Still, they tried a second mission. This time, food went pretty well. But this time, the people were the problem. A money fight broke out among the managers. Eventually, federal marshals showed up. They threw out one side of management, and the man sent to clean up the mess was Trump's future strategist, Steve Bannon. The ousted former crew secretly came back and opened the doors, and that autumn, it ended early. So Biosphere 2 was long called a failed experiment. But was it really a failure? The data gathered inside is still used in climate and ecology research. A university took it over, and research still goes on there today. Even a single glass jar was this hard to manage. But this Earth we live on is Biosphere 1. No outside to fix it, no oxygen to pump in. So, are we managing it well?